Pittsburgh Steelers could lose some of their greatest players in recent years, some of the greatest players they've had in franchise history. Thought we'd take the time this week to recognize the players that I see as the 5 best of the Mike Tomlin era alone. But you know what, before we do, let me mention a couple of guys who are going to be left off the list who might look conspicuous. One of them is Hines Ward. Ward played 3 great seasons under Tomlin, then had his 2 big seasons of decline. I'm going to leave him out. Casey Hampton is another. James Ferrier is another. We're looking again to stress here the 5 best players in the Mike Tomlin era. Now let's take you to number 5. I'd considered Lawrence Timmons for this too, but it's got to be Heath Miller, the embodiment of the Steelers tight end. Number 3 all-time with 529 catches. All-time leader among tight ends, which tells you a lot about his usage and his importance. 8 straight seasons of 500-plus yards. 317 first downs. Think about that. 3rd among active tight ends. There's only one Heath, the best at his position. At number 4, let's offer up the one player who has the best chance to rocket his way up this list eventually. Antonio Brown is already the best player at his position in the National Football League. No one can argue that. Look at what he did this past season, leading the league in pretty much everything. 3/4 of all of his catches brought first downs. 390 catches in 5 years, already 6th on the Steelers list. And yeah, we all know about that stat down there. Antonio Brown is going to end up being the greatest Steelers receiver of all time. And at number 3, things are about to start getting pretty serious on this list. Serious as in that guy right there, who doesn't need any introduction. James Harrison was the best defensive player in the NFL one year, and in that Super Bowl that followed. You know about all the sacks. You know about all the quarterbacks he's scared. You know about all the balls that he's knocked loose. You know how he came back this season and proved everybody wrong, including himself. James Harrison, a force unlike any other. Now we've come to the top 2. You probably have a pretty good idea of who they are. These gentlemen might have a pretty good idea of who they are. Let's go at them. Maybe the most familiar face, certainly the most familiar mane in football history, also one of its great defensive players and recognized as such in 2010. 6 All-Pros, 8 Pro Bowls, and really the numbers aren't what you look at when you think of Troy Polamalu's excellence over the years, because they don't do justice to everything that he was able to bring to a defense with his unpredictability, with his ability to play all over the field. There's only one Troy. Who could possibly be number 1? Well, let's take a look here. I'm at PenMax shopping for the possibility. Could it be Jagoff sauce? How about flaming flatulence? Colon cleaner? Oh, wait, no. It just might be this guy right here. There are so many ways to evaluate the career of Ben Roethlisberger, which fortunately for Pittsburghers is still going on. Numbers are part of that. They will be for any quarterback. He's going to own all of the best numbers in franchise history, some of the best in NFL history by the time he's done. There's only one choice for number 1 in this position, and boy, aren't the Steelers and fans of Pittsburgh lucky to be watching him for the next few years to see more.